Imagine a moment when the unthinkable happens. Nuclear missiles cross the sky. Cities vanish in flashes of light. Military headquarters and communication networks are destroyed within minutes. In modern warfare, the first targets would likely be command centers, the places where military leaders coordinate defense and issue orders. If those centers were destroyed, a country could lose the ability to control its own forces. During the Cold War, this possibility deeply worried military planners. So the United States created an aircraft designed for one purpose: to keep the government and military command system functioning even during nuclear war. That aircraft is the Boeing E-4B Nightwatch, and it is often known by a dramatic nickname. To understand why this aircraft exists, we need to look back to the Cold War. From the late 1940s through the early 1990s, the United States and the Soviet Union maintained vast nuclear arsenals. Both sides possessed enough nuclear weapons to destroy each other many times over. Military strategists worried about what might happen in the opening moments of a nuclear conflict. If enemy missiles struck command headquarters, military leadership could be disrupted before any response was organized. Communication systems might fail. Orders might never reach nuclear submarines, missile bases, or bomber crews. In other words, the chain of command could collapse. To prevent that scenario, the United States began developing airborne command posts, aircraft that could function as mobile military headquarters in the sky. These planes would allow leaders to coordinate forces even if ground facilities were destroyed. Engineers needed an aircraft that could carry large communication systems, operate for long missions, and support dozens of personnel. They chose one of the largest commercial aircraft ever built, the Boeing 747. The 747's large size provided enough space for extensive electronic equipment and command rooms. Inside the modified aircraft, engineers installed advanced communication systems capable of connecting with military forces across the globe. These systems allow communication with strategic bomber aircraft, missile launch facilities, naval forces at sea, and command authorities across the military network. The result was the Boeing E-4B Nightwatch, a specialized aircraft designed to serve as an airborne national command center. The E-4B was designed with several unique protective features. One of the most important is protection against electromagnetic pulse, or EMP. A nuclear explosion can create a powerful burst of electromagnetic energy that damages electronics over large areas. Modern communication systems are particularly vulnerable to this effect. To address this risk, many of the aircraft's electronic systems are shielded and hardened to resist EMP damage. The aircraft also carries multiple independent communication systems. This redundancy ensures that if one system fails, others can continue operating. In addition, the plane contains extensive satellite communication equipment and long-range radio systems capable of reaching military forces around the world. These capabilities allow the aircraft to maintain contact with strategic units even under extreme conditions. Inside the E-4B, the layout resembles a high-security command facility. The aircraft contains briefing rooms, communication stations, and workspaces where military personnel coordinate operations. More than 60 crew members and specialists may be on board during missions. These personnel include communication technicians, military planners, and operations officers. Their role is to ensure that command messages and operational instructions can be transmitted reliably. The aircraft also includes conference areas where senior officials can conduct strategic discussions. In a national emergency, the plane could serve as an airborne command center for senior government leaders. Another important capability of the E-4B is endurance. Like many large military aircraft, it is equipped for aerial refueling. This allows the plane to receive fuel from tanker aircraft while flying. As long as refueling support is available, the aircraft can remain airborne for extended periods. This capability ensures that the command center could remain operational even if airfields on the ground were unavailable. Combined with its communication systems, this endurance makes the aircraft a highly resilient command platform. The E-4B aircraft are operated by the United States Air Force. A small fleet of these planes exists, and they are maintained at high readiness. Their mission is to provide an airborne command post for the United States Department of Defense during national emergencies. In addition to nuclear scenarios, these aircraft may support large-scale military operations or major national security events. While the aircraft rarely attracts public attention, it represents an important part of the United States' strategic command infrastructure. The Boeing E-4B Nightwatch is a remarkable example of how nations prepare for extreme scenarios. It was built during a time when the possibility of nuclear conflict shaped military planning across the world. Although everyone hopes such a situation will never occur, systems like the E-4B exist to ensure continuity of command in the most difficult circumstances. High above the clouds, the aircraft represents a final layer of resilience in the structure of modern defense. A plane designed not for ordinary missions, but for the day when the world faces its most serious test.